Hey guys and welcome back to another video here. Today we are gonna do a new what if, which will replace on Friday. So instead of what if Naruto had the two test wasabi, instead it would be what if Naruto was smart. Every Friday this will be uploaded, so it should be getting two different what ifs a week. So I hope you guys enjoy my version of if Naruto is smart. Could also technically say prodigy, because if Naruto was smart, well, no, Naruto was smart if Naruto was smarter. Because we know in canon that Jiraiya said he's a, I think, good or brilliant tactician, and he can, like, well, I'm also being like random, which being random is quite hard to do. Yeah. So if you try fighting someone, try being random. Like, try and be unpredictable. Yeah. Try doing that and you'll see it's hard. Yeah. But anyway. So this is like, of course, the Ninetales attack still goes the same. Naruto is still leading Choki. The only thing that will change between him and Canon is, well, obviously that is smart, but he knows who his dad is very early on by figuring it out. So you say around 4 years old. Yeah, 4 years old, and who isn't. The fellow Kage wants to, I think, would want Essie Naruto to, like, say, you know, like, he'll be going to the academy, and, you know, like, Naruto comes in, he's like, you called for me, fellow Kage? He's like, yes, Naruto, and explains that, you know, now you're 4 years old, you'll be starting in the academy. And yeah, Naruto's like, okay. And he's like, also, can I ask you a question, Third? So, yes, what is it, Naruto? It's like, well, looking at the picture, because I've been in here, like, so many times beforehand, I would say. He, like, and of course Stoneface and he's got similar hair, and in the picture he's got a similar hair colour to me, so like I know like the fourth Hokage died, but could he be my father? Like, please tell me truthfully. And who's with his sign, trying to think of a excuse, but wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. He'll try and mend him now to go, I don't believe it. There's too many, like, similarities between me and him that it's kind of, like, obvious that I'm his son. It's like, son, you are, yes, Naruto, you are the fourth Hokage son, but you can't tell anyone because this is an S rank secret. And I'm pretty sure it is S rank because it's like, because Final Kage didn't want Naruto to know that he was fourth Kage's son, because, well, Naruto being the Jinchuriki, and also because his dad made enemies. So yeah, like, you know, Naruto, your dad made a lot of enemies, and well, I didn't want to tell you until he was older, because your dad made so many enemies, and also there's like something else. It's like, yeah, also the villagers have been giving me this weird glare, like ice cold. It's like some people do it, like most of the village does it, but some people don't. Like, why? Like, it's like they think of me as a beast. It's like, why? Like, there has to be a reason. You can't lie to me about that. You just told me that's one. He lets out a massive sigh and he goes, you have the nine tails within you. Well, is that the nine tails fox? Yes. Your dad, the fourth Hokage, sealed the nine tails within you. And I think half of it, because I think he sealed, like, I think, and then Naruto go, well, from what you've told me about the fourth Hokage, my dad, he seems he may have sealed half of it within me and half of it maybe within himself. It's like, well, why do you think that? Well, it makes sense, because if there wasn't, like, ever any that I was in, I would say, a dire situation, you could just reanimate him and he would have it. Like, he would, have the other half of the nine-tailed fox. That's actually quite smart. Like, yeah, so, yeah. And then, like, Academy life, he's more like Shikamaru. Like, he doesn't really like showing he is intelligent, he's smart. Because that's only how, well, that's only some people will go out of their way, like, like, to just show that you're, just show everyone, like, oh, you're like, so I was like, yeah, like, Shikamaru didn't want to. And I feel like, they'd be pretty good friends, and, like, so Naruto would quickly learn, like, don't show everyone that you're smart, because it gives more of, like, a surprise that, oh, look, I'm actually very smart. So that's why, like, he doesn't say, like, a drag, which just means that, like, pain. This is such a pain. In other words, it's just a direct translation into that, if you really want to know. But yeah, and yeah. So guys, my mind's gone blank now. Yeah, like, you more or less, like, hang around with someone like Shikamaru is definitely going to be his one, because I think Shikamaru and Naruto, Naruto get along quite well with Shikamaru, and they may even, like, play Soji. Well, I thought, well, Japanese form of chest, in other words. Chest, yes. That's pretty much what shogi is. It's just, like, Japanese, so we're going, oh no, we're not going to copy you, we'll copy you, but we're going to do it differently. It's literally just chest. Just Japanese version, yeah. That's really what it is. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, like, in, like, Naruto, we won't really go much into his school life, because nothing really would change, besides from him not being, like, pranking the village, because he's, like, the fourth Hokage, and he knows that. And you try and talk with the nine-tailed fox, and he would go, like, because he would eventually manage to talk to him when he's, well, not in school, but, like, at home. And he's like, well, he's like, actually, you're the, well, what Aaron calls the, like, nine-tailed fox, or demon. And he's like, and you go, yes, Naruto. And Naruto goes, you must have a name. Surely nine-tailed fox isn't your name, because that's a pretty stupid name to say. Well, very stupid, lazy name. I think they just called you that because they don't know your actual name. And then he's like, Then he thinks about it and he's like, Kuruma is my name. And Naruto goes, that's a nice name, Kuruma. And he, like, can talk to one another, but Naruto can use not the nine-tailed, like nine-tailed chakra state. Not yet. I'm not gonna make him overpowered, like most other people tend to do. Very smart. Because he won't steal the scholar ceiling, because I think you'd go to the further cargo when it comes up to like that point, and you go, hey, further cargo, I'd think like that'd be a transformation, like, no, not transformation jutsu, a clone jutsu, and I've tried my hardest to do every clone jutsu, but I just can't do them. They turn out weird, and you'd think of, and it's like, is that any other set of clone jutsu that I don't know of? Just so could I learn it like past the academy? And you would learn the shadow clone jutsu, like the Furakaga. There is one I don't think it would suit you quite well, Naruto. Being like you've got a lot of chakra. Actually, you've probably got the biggest chakra reserves in the world. And Naruto go, oh, I've got that much like chakra reserves. Like, yes, you've got a lot. It's like, okay. And he would learn the cyclone jutsu. He will learn the flying Raijin, but not yet. And so while the Fukage will think about it, mind you, of course, just saying that there is one other thing I forgot to mention. I just remembered it now, that when his dad was speaking to him as a baby, but of course when he had the nail right through him, Kuma's nail right through him, he adds on that it's like, Naruto, I want you to follow your own dreams, and if that leads you to become either the 5th or 6th or even 7th Hokage, then I'll be happy. And also, one other thing, Naruto, I'd love for you to continue on my legacy, which would be the yellow flash of the leaf, but instead, as your dad, as I have yellow hair, blonde hair, and your mum, Kushina Uzumaki, has red hair. That makes orange. I hope you will become the orange flash of the leaf. So, yes, you will eventually learn the flying Raijin, but not yet. No. And so, and Naruto feels, and of course he also, his dad also adds on that, I hope you also become, smart, maybe even smarter than me. And Bowie, he doesn't want to show that he's smart, because, yeah. And of course, so Naruto does go to the library, reads a ton of books and that on different, either jutsus or the history of the village, and you learn about Jiraiya the Signing, and who I would probably say they've got who teach to rackets, and who'd see that the fellow Kage taught, of course, the Signing, and Jiraiya taught his dad Minato, and Minato taught Kakashi. So Naruto goes, could Kakashi, could Lord Fight put, because I know that Kakashi's got the Sharingan, so could he put the last Uchiha and me on the same team with Kakashi, because Kakashi having the Sharingan, and also being my dad's student, wouldn't he like be that? And then things like, and if Kakashi doesn't really know a lot of jutsus or powerful jutsus, I'll just go and ask Jiraiya to teach me. So, and also guys, he does know the sexy jutsu. He still creates that. Yes. Yeah. And he that could actually be a exercise, just staying in transformation for a complete day or that. So yeah, there will be upcoming anyway. Yeah, so now Naruto goes up, and then of course, team selection comes, and they're like okay, team 7, Naruto Uzumaki. It's like, yeah. No, not Sasuke. Sakura Haruno. It's like, Sakura, just great. The fangirl, just great. And Sasuke Uchiha. He packs out something. Sasuke. So I was like, And he's like, so you put the worst with the 2 best, hey? Sensei? He's like, yes, to keep the team balanced. It's like, okay. But it's like, but even though he said that, Naruto knows that this is gonna be the most, besides from Sakura being, practically useless. Mind you, she won't be, but she's right now. And Sasuke and the fireball and being okay, Naruto's like, this team has the potential to be the most overpowered team here, the strongest team here. And of course, you guys know in canon that ends up becoming the new 3A type the new generation of signing, could say. So, yeah. And they go on, and then they go to the roof. They say, Naruto says, Sasuke and Sakura's things are gonna be the same thing. Oh yeah. I don't know, I think Ino may have some feelings for Naruto, but they're but she's still also like Sasuke. Yeah, who else? Not Ino. I've just talked about Ino. The Hyuga girl, I can't remember, Hinata, that's the name. Hinata also has feelings for Naruto, but because she's shy, she can't really tell Naruto that she's, fancies him. And when Sasuke and Naruto in the fight, because Sasuke knows that Naruto is strong, Naruto in canon he can invite Sasuke, but he was weak. But because in this story, he would be a good rival. He would be the only rival that Sasuke has. It would be the only one that can, if Sasuke tries, Naruto is stronger. He's faster, stronger, and that he's in talking terms with Ninetales. He has used very little of the Ninetales chakra, so he does know his healing abilities and that he has, having the Ninetales within him. But mind you, he knows not to be reckless. It's just a safety net. It's not something like, he can happily just, go get stabbed and be okay. Like in Naruto, where he just, like takes his sword right through the ground. It's not a phase. It's like, I'd still be quite worried, because even if he's got 9 tag fox, I'm pretty sure that would almost kill everyone. Yeah. But mind you, you had the whole one in Naruto, so ceiling abilities are probably a lot more insane than what they are in canon. Anyway. Yeah. Like, Naruto goes, well, what I like to do, my likes are ramen, like training, and, well, training either with the Armbu, which would take Kakashi back a bit, like, this kid trains with the Armbu. He's like, thinks in his, what? This kid, Naruto, he trains with the Armbu? It's like, yeah, his speed and that is Armbu level. Wow. Yeah. And, like, my dislike is, like, went for ramen to cook. Veg, don't really like veg. I'll eat it, but I don't like it. And went for, like, the ramen to cook. And my dreams for the future is to become like my dad, the Hokage, which Kakashi's like, I didn't think that Naruto knew his dad. Like, how does he know his dad? He's like, oh, and also Kakashi, can I talk to you after this is done? And Kakashi's like, sure, Naruto, sure. Which, it's like, yeah, and they're like, who's your dad? Then, like Sasuke and Sakura are both like, who's your dad? It's like, well, it's an S-rank secret, so I can't really tell you guys. I'll tell you when we actually officially become a team. He's like, what do you mean? Like, we've passed the count. He's like, yes and no, Sasuke. It's like, yes, we have passed it, but no, like, there's a trial to make sure that we are, like, that's only, like, paperwork and showing that you can do, like, the, like, and showing you can do the transformation jutsu and a clone jutsu. That's what that is about. And I always forget about Mizuki incident. That still happened. It's just like Naruto baits. He knows Mizuki's going. Like, Mizuki wants the scroll of sealing, so instead, like, he goes to steal it, but instead of stealing it, he tells the third Hokage and the Armbu member there too, like, Mizuki's after the scroll of sealing. So, like, can you, like, give me some? Well, I'll do that. Like, I'll do the cyclone jutsu and have my cyclone transform into the scroll of sealing, so that he thinks he's stole it. He thinks I've stolen it for him. Then you can promptly arrest him, and so that's a good idea. And that's what happens. Anyway, get back on track. I always forget about Mizuki. Anyway, getting back on track. No. Yeah, like, what about, we have to prove to our sensei that we're ready, like, so what if we can, do a, like, a shadow clone, like, so what if we can do a clone jutsu and the transformation jutsu, like, so that doesn't prove anything. That doesn't mean we're ready to go on missions. That just shows that we can do those basic jutsus, and that we're, like, a candidate for to becoming a ninja, a genin. And he's like, so I'm guessing tomorrow we're gonna have to do like some sort of test, either to prove we can work as a team, or if we've already proven that we can work as a team somehow, we'll just be gauged on our strength or something like that. But if we are gauged on our teamwork, it would probably be something like the bell test, where there's 2 bells, and then we have to work as a team to get the bells. And even if we don't, they tend to pass us, because we've as a team we've shown that we can become a team, we can work with each other. And getting the bells are the main priority, is a priority, but the main priority is working together, thinking of a strategy to actually get the bells. And again, Kakashi's taking dang it, I was gonna do the bell test, but he figured that out. And he's like, yes, Dante's like, why shouldn't we? You're only going to do the bell test, and then if we do it, you're just going to become late anyway, so you'll still be hungry time you arrive, Kakashi. Because I do know by your rackets, and also by today, that you tend to be late, and that if you do pass us, we'll be the first gaming squad that you've passed ever. And he's like, how did you know that? He's like, the library. I do go to the library, Kakashi. I do look up stuff. And I was just reading, and it said about the bell test and the bell and the records of you and the other teachers that have taken in gaming, and how many of them they've taken, how many of them have failed and sent back. So I said, that's how you knew. It's like, yeah, that's how I knew. It's like, damn, Naruto's smart. Yeah. It's like, maybe he could be smarter than you, Sensei, maybe. And the other two, go off, and it's like, I know you, I know who my dad is, the fourth Hokage, Minato. And I know you was on his team with, I think it was Obito, who gave you his Sharingan, and Rin, who you had to kill because she realised that she had a tail beast inside of her that was going to go rampant and destroy the village. I'm sorry to hear that, Kakashi, that you lost 2 of your best friends. That in the third great ninja, or and he's taken back a bit, and he's thank you, and what do you want to talk to me about? Well, I know Sasuke is going to want to pass, so he's probably going to work as a team with me, and Sasuke's only going to work as a team if I can get Sasuke to work in a team with me. She's useless, absolutely useless. She can't do much. And yeah, yeah, and he's so you've seen that she's just yeah, she fangirls over Sasuke. What's that going to prove? That you're massive, hey, look at me, I'm a brilliant target to kidnap. Pretty much I'm useless, I won't fight back because I don't know how to. Yeah. So it's a shame she never got kidnapped. Yeah, that would have probably been another thing, but yeah, and he's yeah, she's pretty bad. Yeah, and as much as I would love her to get kidnapped, for her to realise that, fangirling over someone doesn't mean that they're gonna run run to you at a moment's notice when you need help. I'm more or less gonna go, so what? You know, I've got more fun goes. Like, losing one doesn't matter. Yeah, right. You know, like, he talks and he's like, also, like, the folk, like I said, if you if I manage to become a ninja, if, like, my gaming teacher, or my gaming sensei passed me, then I'd learn his jutsu. Well, he said it's not his exactly because he didn't create it, but he's the one who made it popular and said if I can master it, I can become the orange flash of the leaf. So I think it's called the dang it, no, I've actually forgot it. It's called the flying Raijin. I think that's what it's called. So like, I think that's what like the Furokage, so like what it was called, and that's yes, like that's like A rank now. To that is a hard no. I'd probably say it's like, well, it's generally A rank, and if you can master what your dad did, the fourth Hokage, then like you'd have an S rank jutsu already. It's like, yeah, I can already really do S rank jutsu. It's like, you can. It's like, yeah, but they're pretty pointless. They don't do much besides from confuse the enemy and think that they've done something. I can't remember what it's called. Like where they think strong, like not hypnotize. Can't think of what it's called now. Dang it. And guys, can't remember what it's called. But it's not taijutsu because that's fighting. No, is it? I think, yeah, genjutsu. He can do Ashan genjutsu, but because it's pointless, he doesn't really do any. And Kakashi's like, you can do like Ashan genjutsu. It's like, yeah, pretty easily. I can show you, Kakashi, but I don't think you'd wake up afterwards. Yeah, and I'd like to know who he passed tomorrow. And Kakashi's like, okay, but that you should have kept us. He was like, nah, I've got more that I can do, but I don't want to say for now. Like, making him kind of like scared that if Naruto can do S-rank genjutsu, what else can he do? Yeah, like, kind of like, it scares him a bit, and yeah. And so, like, he goes off, he eats, and the next day rolls around. He then meets up on the training ground. Sasuke, I think, was already there. Sasuke and Sakura were already there. I think he just came a little bit late. And like they're waiting like normal. And then he shows up. And yeah, obviously they're past, but like he's already made a plan with Sasuke. He hasn't really told Sakura because he knows that she's still supposed. He still tells her, just tells her apart. But if she would do it or not is another thing. But even if she doesn't, you can still grab the powers, no problem, just by putting them like that on jutsu. And like Sasuke does his part, Naruto does his part, and Sakura fails to do her part. Yeah. And Kakashi notices that, that was good. Well, team up for Sasuke and Naruto, but Sakura, I think they put him in rude pushes where's is Sakura meant to come out, and he's just dang it, and then Naruto ends up going, well, Kakashi, seems like it seems like Sakura is a complete failure, and he just needs an answer back for it to work. And he's like, I don't know. And you go, I don't know about that. She could be somewhere, right? And then he falls under the genjutsu, of course. And like Naruto just walks up, and like Sasuke is like dumbfounded. He's like, what? Like, pulls off the boat. And he's like, no, there you go, Sasuke. He's like, what did you do to Kakashi? He's like, well, if Sakura didn't play a part, I would put Kakashi and her under a genjutsu. So, teach her lesson, and he's like, so you didn't even really need me. He's like, no, but this was about teamwork, so I had to show teamwork, didn't I? Maybe I had to show teamwork. It's like, yeah, but otherwise, like Sakura, you'll probably hear her any second now, and she screams out loud. And like Kakashi then realizes, it's not S rank, but it's like A rank, and Kakashi then realizes that it's a genjutsu, and he breaks out of it. Like, dang it, I lost. So yes, Kakashi, well, I did the genjutsu. Like, where's Sakura? Where's Sakura? And then they screams like, there she is. So what did you do? Well, if she failed to do her part, which I thought she might, I would put both of you under a genjutsu, mind you. You an A rank and her an S rank. You put her under an S rank nowadays? I'm only joking. I only put her under an A rank. Nowadays, could kill her. It's like, no, can't. She'll just be mentally scarred. What's the genjutsu? It's like, I think Sasuke die right in front of her, and it's like it's like, well, she's a vanguard, but even though I'm only doing A rank to her, like anyone else could easily do S rank. See that she fangirls over Sasuke and takes that for advantage. It's like, yeah, it's like, well, I'd put her under a higher one and get her to completely stop moving completely. It's like, no, don't do that. It may actually kill her. No, I won't. And then he releases that, and she's like, huh? Right. How can you be alive? I saw you die in front of me. I saw you your head chopped off. He's like Naruto's like, I didn't imagine that. I just put under a genjutsu. That's what she imagined. Is that nice? And then they kept on then another person split your head again in half into your body. It was disgusting. It's like, nice, Sakura, nice. You can stop now. And if Amanda's he's like, Kakashi. No, Naruto is like, well, I thought, I had an idea that if you didn't participate in teamwork, I could have not done it without teamwork, but I did, because that was the whole point of this exercise. Sakura was to do teamwork. It's like, yeah, but put him under a genjutsu, don't okay? It's like, no, when you failed to come out in the time period that I set, that I told you, then I put Kakashi in the genjutsu, grabbed the bow, threw onto him. You then released it, rising, and then, well, you were at the end of the genjutsu, which was only A rank. I thought you was meant to be able to see through genjutsu. It shows you're even bad at that. So, Sakura, I took full advantage of your fangirling over Sasuke. It's like, if that was anyone else, they probably would have killed you. So just be lucky. And yeah, and like they pass, and like Sakura's definitely not happy. She definitely hates him. She definitely hates Naruto for putting her into like genjutsu, but she also realizes that it is something that anyone can take advantage of. It's just lucky that Naruto was a friend and not an enemy. So yeah, and and then they follow Kage, and afterwards goes to Naruto, goes, I heard from Kakashi that you passed and you put him under a genjutsu. It's like, yeah, just easy. He told me that he didn't realise until a couple minutes in that it was a genjutsu. He seemed he thought that he could win. And he had enough to bring out his book. It's like he doesn't know that Naruto can do the cyclone jutsu, and of course make around a good probably 10,000 to 1,000,000 shadow clones at will. Well, so guys, if you hear anything in the background, that's just my parents being annoying. Anyway, and also if you hear fan in the background, that's because it's currently boiling hot. Well, not boiling hot, but quite hot currently in my bedroom. So anyway, getting sidetracked. As I promised, here's the jutsu that I promised you, the flying lightning jutsu, and within the month plus the missions, he ends up managing to does it, and he's already Minato speed, but Naruto goes, I think I know how to make it even faster, and going even faster than the fourth Kage would definitely be something. And and of course over time we will eventually find out how to actually do it, but not yet. And he's in Kakashi, Naruto asks, and also for Kage, now I've mastered the flying riding, can we go on in A rank? Or A rank? But I think A rank's going to be a bit too sudden for these two. So at least maybe a C or B rank. Maybe a C or B rank. So you can go on the C rank Naruto. And so this what mission is this going to be? This is going to be a simple transport mission. And he's like, bring, and please. And Naruto goes, I'm guessing we're not transporting anyone very important, like a princess or that. Because if so, that would be high B rank to low A rank to maybe even S rank, right? So, yes, Naruto. Yes. And goes to the land of Aesop starts. Yeah. And of course Kakashi's surprised that Naruto knows that he's already mastered, and he's like, Kakashi here. He's like, what it is like it's kunai. It's got my version of the flying Raijin mark on it. It's a lot better, and also it's a lot smaller, so that like I looked at the full Hokages and the second Hokages flying Raijin marks, and they were like big, like you know, like if like in battle, you know, it'd be slapping it on things, you know, that, and if they'd like if you slapped it on like that arm and then they'd like look down on the arm, you know, it's kind of there to all to see. So I managed to make it a lot smaller, but the same speed as the fourth Kage. Cause like, what? Yeah, and like Sasuke's like, what's important about flying Raijin is like what's makes Sasuke, it's a teleport jutsu. It's like you can teleport to any markers that you put down. It's literally, it can be, if you do it right, the fastest jutsu, even though it can eat up a lot of chakra if you don't do it correctly. It's like, I don't think you'd be able to learn it because I think, you know, like, you haven't even awakened your Sharingan yet, so, and even that's going to, you know, tire you out. So it's like trying to learn flying Raijin when you haven't even learned pretty much how to walk yet. It's like, you know, like flying Raijin is running and walking is like the Sharingan for Sasuke, and it's like yeah, sometimes you have to learn to run before you can walk, but yeah, why running is easier than walking is because it builds only fall forward, and if it can try and balance itself, and therefore it will end up running forward. Yeah, and then after it's running and staying upright, then quickly it's bendable quickly wire differently, and it'll be able to learn walk. That's how babies learn, I think, at least. Anyway, don't know what I got. Yeah, some I got sidetracked on. Anyway, yeah. Like, this is meant to be what if not how babies learn to walk. Oops. Yeah. So guys. Anyway. I hope you enjoyed that, like little thing on how I believe how babies learn to walk. Anyway, guys. Yeah. I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far, and I hope you guys, well, carry on to enjoy it. Anyway, get back on track. Like Naruto, Puddle and Kakashi. It hasn't rained for a while. There shouldn't be any puddles. I think he lied. This can't be a C rank mission. Like I don't think like the Photokage lied. I think Tazuna lied. I think it's I think it's at least an A rank. I think it's an A rank, maybe maybe borderline S rank, but I think it's an A rank mission, Kakashi. And Kakashi's like, you think so? Yeah, because I feel like we've been, like, I feel like someone's been watching us from afar for quite a bit now. And like the two, what was it like? Not Sun Ninja, like Hidden Mist Ninja, come out, and Naruto immediately, of course, throws his like flying Raijin marked kunai, throws it with another kunai in his hand, kills one and knocks the other one out. Very sharp, and killed one and kept the other one alive, just knocked out so they can interrogate him. And Kakashi's like, well done, Naruto. I didn't even see them like get out of the puddle. Like, well done, that was very fast reaction. He's like, thank you, Cash, but it's no time to get sidetracked. It's like, so Tesla, why did you launch the Final Kage? This is quite easily like an A rank, high A rank. It's very borderline S rank. Explain yourself. Like, we could, like, I want to keep on carrying on. I want to see where this mission ends up. So I could easily, like, I've got like my long range marked at the hospital and like the hospital and my house, so I can teleport back to my house, and also the like third Hokage's place. So like, explain yourself. Now otherwise I'll quite happily teleport everyone back to the gate, and you can carry on and die. It's like, we've got no obligations to carry on now, right? You've lied. You've clearly lied. So I think Sasuke's gonna want to carry on, but I want to, but it's like, yeah, why? And he do carry on, and he explains, that his village is poor and building the bridge will be able to give them trade, and that he's, he explains, like, in canon. And Kakashi's just like, no, do you actually have, like, in the flying rides you might do in the hospital? It's like, yes, at the front desk. Mind you, you'd fall a bit from the roof. Like, from the roof, I have it on the roof. Not the roof, the ceiling. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't actually have it on the roof. Actually, don't worry, I've got it on the floor, like the front desk. So, well, that's handy. It's like, yeah, and so it's having it at the further Kage thing, so I could teleport back right now and tell him. Right, not really want to. He's like, not right now, Naruto. You can do it, like, after it would save us the, like, journey, it would save us walking back. It's like, yeah, I think I'll leave one there at the time, so then we can, like, if there's another mission at that village, we can quite easily teleport there. It's like, yeah, that'll be handy, Naruto. And like, he puts the mark down in a hidden place, and because it's so small, it's like, you have to have the Baku, like the Baku. One thing, the Byakugan. I think that's right. Yeah, to even notice there's something there, but to make it out, it'd still be hard to make out what it was. So yeah, and now just going, so I'm guessing you're gonna teach us now, like, how to tree walk, right, Kakashi? He's like, well, yes, Naruto. Like, well, when they go, like, I've skipped a bit, oops. Yeah, but when we get to the village, are you going to teach us how to walk on trees, Kakashi? He's like, yes, and he's like, okay. And of course, like, I can't remember his name. Zabuza. That's it, Zabuza comes, Naruto can feel something, but he can, throws his kunai, and it's a rabbit. And the whole thing with Sakura, like Moonlight Naruto, it's just a rabbit. It's like, yeah, but it's a snow rabbit. Like, it's a snow rabbit. Sakura, it's a snow rabbit, Sakura, like, like, it's spring. I think it's spring, summertime. I don't know, but it's like, it's not winter sakura. It's white, so that means it's spread in a dark place, which would in a cold and dark place. So that means that it was brought up as to be a, what's it called, can't remember what Kashi says, thinks it is. And then because Sabazar throws his sword down, it misses everyone, and so I feel like I've seen, oh yeah, you're Zabazar from the Hidden Mist village, one of the 7 swordsmen. Yeah, you're one of the 7 swordsmen of the Hidden Mist. Zabazar, aren't you? It's like, so someone knows me. And who might you be? I'm Naruto Uzumaki of the Hidden Leaf village. So, I see that's Kakashi. The person who's copied over 1,000 jutsus. Like, yes, this will be great indeed. Yeah. And like Naruto can feel it in another person's. He's like, Kakashi, can you take Zabuza? I can feel another presence. I'm going to stake it out and find out what it is. So, okay, I feel like they're working together. Like, if Zabuza's life is on the line, I feel like that person's gonna intervene and like pretend to be like maybe an army member and take him away. So, okay, well, go Naruto, and like Naruto goes off to find who that person is, and he ends up killing that person. He does end up killing he barely manages to. Well, not barely. He does manage to. Well, he doesn't kill Haku, but he does put him under a genjutsu, and he brings him back, and he says, he goes, Sasuke, where's Kakashi? So, no, he's over there, he's in the war prison. He's like, he overestimated Zabuza. Kakashi should learn to trust your teammates more. It's like Kakashi Sensei, you should really trust you should really trust in Sasuke and Sakura more. Like, you should trust in them a bit more to give you some backup. But I'm here now, and he's like, Sasuke, watch this person. He may break out of a genjutsu I placed him under. He may break out of it. I don't think so, as it's S rank. I'm going to teleport him back to the village as soon as I get Kakashi out of that water prison. And as he's talking to Kakashi earlier on, he put Flanlightning mark on him just as a precaution. He's like, oh yeah, and he throws. He's like, what's this? He throws a kunai in the guy. He's like, Sasuke thinks to himself, that nothing. I swear I've seen that knife before, and well, the writing on it, which is the Flanlightning mark. Yeah. And Naruto teleports to, he switches with Kakashi. He teleports to Kakashi, and then teleports Kakashi and him out of the water prison. So I was just like, he's like, what? Where did he go? So, and then, he's outside, he ends up beating him, but Zabuza ends up, just before he dies, he ends up escaping, just barely, and when they're all then sleeping, he ends up coming back for Haku, and everyone realises that because Haku, he does release the Genjutsu over Haku, and Haku wakes up, and like that he like goes back to lick his wounds. Mind you, he does need healing. He has got a lot of damage done to him. So yes, they do make it to the village, Kakashi, and everyone knows that Zabuza will be back, and he'll probably be back soon, so they don't have much time. So yeah. So sorry guys to leave it on a cliffhanger, but yeah. So in the next part, next week, will be the conclusion to the Land of Waves, and probably maybe the start of the 1 month training arc in between the first part of the tuning exams and the second part. Anyways, I'll see you guys Monday for what if Naruto had the Two Tails Matatabi part 4. So anyways, I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I'm kind of looking forward to that because I think at least a good 20 minutes of it, maybe 20 to 30 minutes, so around 20 minutes to half an hour, just explaining the 1 month time gap. Anyway guys, if you have enjoyed this, if you enjoyed it and you want to see more just like this, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video here. So good